Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the preseason Week 3 premiere featuring the PA Blinks and Respawn Rangers. We have got what I believe to be a very good matchup tonight, so we're going to dig right into that with some Flashpoint at Servasa. I don't know about you, but I had to bundle up, so let's ignore the cold outside and pay attention to what's about to heat up here in the Overwatch Odyssey League arena. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get started with the matchup. I'd just like to point out a couple things. We see we've got some returning players from PA, so no subs being made. AZ Plays is going to possibly be playing some Genji or Tracer, and we saw a lot when they played 2 weeks ago against the Vanware Odyssey. Played really well, Genji and Tracer. Wick playing a pretty good Sigma. On the Respawn Ranger side, we did see Jakey Wakey playing some Reaper, Lil Big, switching between Orisa and Junker Queen. So we'll see what happens between these two teams. Again, I'm expecting a very good matchup, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get things started here.
Initiating match.
We're going to ignore my terrible cameraman skills for a second. For some reason, I forgot that going up was not spacebar. So please bear with me there as I remember how to do this. It's been a long week without the Overwatch Odyssey League here. And speaking of that, I hope everyone did have a very good Thanksgiving. That holiday, I don't know about you, but I love that holiday because a lot of the good food, but also being able to see some family that I haven't seen in a while. So again, I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, but I hope you are ready and eager to see some Vanware Odyssey matchup here. Sorry, Overwatch Odyssey League matchup. I am mixing everything up. It has been far too long. So once this game gets started, we will get things on the roll here. As you can see, Chaotic is going to be playing BAP. NW Plays is going to be on Echo, Yvonne, Brig, Wick, Sig, and AZ Plays on that Genji. Rybone going to play Bastion, so we'll see how that plays into AZ's Genji here. Cove is going to be playing Baptiste, Jakey on Soldier, Lil Big playing Junker Queen, and Prestham is going to be playing Ana. Looks like Teamfight is going to go ahead and start over here. And Yvonne gets antied and killed. Lil Big is the only one on point here. The rest of the team fighting down low here. Lil Big just charging in Immortality. Lil Big is by himself, and Lil Big does go down. Pushing in a little bit too far there without his team. The rest of the team is down, and PA Blinks are able to take the point. Yvonne does switch off of Brig immediately and going to Lucio. So it looks like they're going to play up here. We see Cove and Jakey Wakey are kind of pushing here on this far side. Meanwhile, Prestam and Rybone are going over here. Rybone does go down. Prestam hopefully able to escape after sleeping AZ. And AZ is able to escape. Wow, over here, Chaotic did take down Jakey Wakey, who is flanking here on the side. Lil Big is popping out here. Looks like Prestam and Lil Big are over here, as well as Cove here on the back line. As you see, AZ is kind of flanking off to the side, kind of poking away. And it looks like they are going to go ahead and go in there. Lil Big able to take down Yvonne. AZ does get Jakey, however. Lil Big managing to land the axe on AZ, getting some healing. I do see them antied, however, they are unable to capitalize. Wick is almost going down. It is just Prestam. Prestam is unable to keep Lil Big alive. Off by himself here. Gets the anti off on AZ and is escaping, but not before NW takes him down. Looks like we do have Dragon Blade here, as well as the Duplication Matrix. So we'll see how that plays into these next team fights coming on. The Respawn Rangers are going to kind of group up here in this room over here. Meanwhile, PA Blanks are going to be sitting on the point. Wick throwing in rock here. Does not land. Looks like the majority of Respawn Rangers are coming over here. Jakey does try and push off to the side, but does get taken down by AZ. AZ does pop Dragon Blade. Prestam is off by himself and is taken down also by Dragon Blade. Lil Big is going to push in. Let's see if he bites off a little more than he can chew. AZ is going to push in there. AZ is going to get a 4K here, and it is just Lil Big who does go down. Jakey here going to put up the wall to escape. Using that duplication to get Junker Queen. Does get the ante, but not able to get anything here. Respawn Rangers pushing in here. You do see Cove is kind of flanking here on Lucio, along with the rest of the team. Let's see if they're able to capitalize. They are not. Cove does go down. Wick gets slept. An incredible play there by Prestam in order to prevent the Sig ult from going off. Looks like Prestam and Lil Big are both on the point. NW does go down. It is Lil Big and AZ without the help of the tank, but Wick does come in here to support. Prestam is looking pretty low. Lil Big able to get the axe off, but not able to capitalize. Gets rocked with that stun there. Rybone able to provide a little bit of support as Bastion up here. Cove does dive in here. Looks like the Respawn Rangers are going to go ahead and get that. They do force out Immortality also, which is pretty huge there. Lil Big does get rocked down and taken down by Wick there in the corner. Jakey Wakey also goes down. Rybone looking really low. Rybone does go down. It is just Cove there on the point, and Cove is unable to escape. Prestam is off by his lonesome over here. So far, I'm seeing a lot of really good things from both Wick and AZ. However, NW is also doing really well there as Echo. So with that combination of some really good DPS along with Sigma really pushing in, and after that switch off of Brig, I've noticed that the support is doing their job keeping everyone alive. I like the shout in order to keep Prestam alive. Lil Big again pushing in a little too far. Able to get just about everyone. Does get Chaotic down. Is pushing here against Wick. Able to get Wick down. Does get rocked, but that does not matter as Blizzard is also popped. AZ plays is here by himself. Jakey's going to go ahead and push, but unable to do anything. They do get point, however. That was a really good team fight there from the Respawn Rangers. You see NW plays down there as Echo. The team is regrouping. NW kind of scoping things out. Jakey is pushing up, trying to wall off. Does get hit Jakey Wiki is taking a lot of damage. Jakey Wiki does go down. And it looks like PA is going to go ahead and use a couple ults here. NW does get slept while ulting. Little Big does go down. Is Cove in here on point? Cove does go down. Pressed Ham is low on the backside. Pressed Ham goes down as well. Respawn Rangers did get quite a bit of progress there on that point. 52%. So obviously that's halfway there, a little more than halfway to 100. Jakey Wakey putting up the wall to provide a little bit of cover as they're going off to that backside. PA not quite expecting it. They are able to get some flank damage, but they are quickly discovered there. Lil Big is going to try and get in there as Junker Queen. And beat is dropped. Wick does go down again. Dragon Blaze popped, able to get Cove there in the backline, and Rybone. Chaotic is able to take down Jakey Wakey. Is Little Big here by himself. Meanwhile, we have AZ and Pressed Ham duking it out here. Does get the anti off, but AZ does take him down with a swift dash. Lil Big does try and get Carnage off, but is unable to do so. And Wick is emoting there on the point, anticipating a victory here.
Play of the game.
Let them up.
All right, and we are going to go ahead and take a short break as we get things set up for the second match. everyone. We are back for the second game of the match. We have got Control at Busan. As we're getting things started here, I just want to highlight, so AZ did end up playing Genji and playing really well against Rybone's Bastion. I liked seeing NW play Echo, and then of course Wick dominating a Sigma as well. I'd like to see what kind of changes the Respawn Rangers are going to make here. Control is definitely very similar, I would say, to Flashpoint. However, there are some pretty good differences as well. The game does slow down a little bit, so we'll see if the Respawn Rangers are able to set the pace that they would like to set in order to come away with the victory here in the second game. So let's see what they've got to say here. Taking a look at the scoreboard, as you can see, for those of you who may be just joining us, PA Blinks came away with the victory in a Flashpoint game mode 3-0. We saw some very dominating performances from Wick as Sigma, NW and AZ plays doing well in DPS, and then of course Chaotic, who did Baptiste, and Yvonne, who switched off of Brig, which was a very solid choice, playing in as Lucio. I think that worked well for the team. So let's see what the Respawn Rangers are able to do here in this second game in order to overcome that deficit that they have started this with.
Ready for battle.
So looking here, Chaotic is going to go ahead and switch to Ana. NW is going to switch back to Echo, stick with what they were doing. Again, if it's not broke, there's no need to fix it. Yvonne switching off of Lucio, going to Lifeweaver. Wick is going to go ahead and play Sigma again, and AZ Genji again. Rybone is going to stick with Bastion. That didn't work out too well for him last time, so we'll see how that works. Kove is going to go ahead and play Kiriko instead of Baptiste. Jakey is going to play Symmetra. Another decent counter there to Genji, so we'll see how that works out. Lil Big is going to play Zarya, and Prestham sticking with Ana here. And it looks like NW is going to go down. Preston actually gets the first Elim here. Jakey's going to go ahead and flank here with Symmetra, trying to get Genji pretty low. Genji does look pretty low, however, is able to get out. Jakey is slept, but with the help of Prestham, he is able to stay alive. They're really pushing into that. Lil Big is looking low, pushing here against Yvonne, but unable to come away with anything. Meanwhile, you see Jakey and Prestham are capping point. Rybone is going to stick up here for a little bit, but not too long. Doesn't want to isolate himself from the rest of the team here. Prestham is going to get slept up top. Able to get the ante off on AZ plays, unable to capitalize. Lil Big is looking at about half health. They're really pushing here. Jakey Wiki is low. Jakey Wiki does go down. NW switching off of Echo and into Junkrat. And I think that's going to pay off well here. Prestham is going to get to sleep on Wick. Meanwhile, there it is. I was about to say, they weren't really doing much against the turret there, but finally, Wick does turn and get that turret. Rybone is fighting here against AZ plays. Grab is used. Ante is popped, but Yvonne with a very solid pedal in order to get Wick out of the fire there. And Yvonne is going to go ahead and use Tree of Life. Pushing this a little big here. Prestham is going to dive in to try and keep Lil Big alive, but is getting pushed by himself against Wick. Cleanse is used to help keep Prestham alive, and he is able to survive, but unfortunately unable to evade the Dragon Blade here. Chaotic able to take down Jakey, and AZ is going to keep going there with the Dragon Blade. Very solid playing coming from the PA Blinks. There was just a lot to take in there. We saw Dragon Blade coming from AZ, putting a lot of pressure there. Wick, of course, doing his thing. Chaotic applying some pressure, taking some shots from far away. Reminding the Respawn Rangers that, yeah, I might be a support player, but you should pay attention to me too here. Jakey Wakey getting antied and trapped right from the start, alerting everyone that that's where the Respawn Rangers are at, and is able to get Tyre in there, able to get both Jakey Wakey and Rybone. And Lil Big does go down to Wick as well. They're really pushing in. You You can tell after having all that pressure there against the Respawn Rangers, I think Wick wanted to push in, but he definitely knew better. Wanted to finish off what he started there. Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and switch to Reaper. No other switches so far. They're playing down low. I don't know if that's necessarily a great play there. He's going to go ahead and get out of the crossfire. Prestham does go down. Rybone really pushing in, really playing aggressive. Just pushes right into the PA Blinks backline there. Jakey's going to go ahead and try and take Yvonne down while no one's looking. Pushing in against NW there, taking a lot of damage. Able to fade. Let's see if he's able to get away. Cove does teleport in, but maybe teleporting to his demise here. Unable to do anything. Preston is going in to touch. Prestham is there, goes down, and Rybone goes down to Chaotic's grenade there. Lil Big gets trapped and is unable to touch.
Good kid. Score 1-0.
Overall, I would say PA Blinks is playing together very well. As I'm looking at the Respawn Rangers gameplay, it definitely looks very, maybe disoriented isn't necessarily the word, but it looks as if they aren't communicating well as a team. They're kind of off doing their own thing. I think if they just bring all that in together, they could definitely have some success. But like I had said before, you know, Rybone kind of flanking in. He was playing Soldier. He got nanoed for a little bit, was able to do a little bit with it. And then after the nano wore off, he just ran straight into 3 of PA Blink's heroes. And that's just not going to cut it, I don't think. So, well, actually, I know that that's not going to cut it. Running into the enemy team 1v3, I would say 99% of the time, that's not going to work for you. Jakey Wakey going to go ahead and TP on point here. Going on top of the drum, typically a decently safe play, but again, he's kind of isolating himself, able to fade out and get out, but again, isolating himself from the rest of the team. Meanwhile, PA Blinks, they are on the point. I do see AZ is going to go ahead and switch off of Genji, switching to Hanzo here. Jakey is teleporting in. I'm not sure exactly what his plan was. And then, of course, Wick is switching off of Sig and playing Ramatra here. Cove does go down to AZ with a headshot. You see Jakey Wakey again is doing kind of his own thing. He's just playing. Now, Reaper does have some good flanking, so I'm excited to see what he's able to do here. AZ definitely ready for it, but Chaotic is able to take Jakey down with a headshot. You see they're starting to push here. You do see AZ is kind of sneaking off to the side here. I think he's just waiting for one of the supports to step back. He does see Jakey. Unable to get anything and quickly comes out. It's not a bad thought to try and get some damage here while the team is kind of unsuspecting. But unfortunately unable to come away with any elims. Lil Big is going to go ahead and get nanoed. Really pushing in here. Lil Big does not have ult yet, so definitely pushing in there. Lil Big is looking pretty low. Dragon is popped. AZ does go down. NW able to take down Jakey's turret. But the Respawn Rangers are going to be able to keep PA off long enough to get the point, but were their efforts a little futile there? You see Prestham is coming back to offer some support to his team as Rybone is looking pretty low. Shoots off the slate to try and evade some pressure, but unfortunately does go down to Wick. Looks like they are getting pushed here again. Cove is by himself, running away from his team, unfortunately. Lil Big and Jakey do come back here to support, but we are at 85% now for PA Blinks, so the Respawn Rangers are going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something fast, otherwise this game is going to be over. Now we're at 90. They're really just going to have to push. Lil Big is pushing here, and Jakey's going to use Molten Core, but so is NW. Tree of Life is used. AZ is able to take down Jakey Wakey. The turret is taken down. AZ taking down Lil Big as well. And that is the second game going to the PA Blinks.
Play of the game.
Alrighty, we will be right back as we set up the next match, or the next game here. Alrighty, everyone, thank you for waiting here as we transition to the next game in this matchup. So the PA Blinks are up 2-0 against the Respawn Rangers. The Respawn Rangers are going to make a substitution. So coming in for Cove is going to be Yoshi. So we'll see if that makes a difference here. Again, the PA Blinks are up 2-0. So we'll see what the Respawn Rangers are able to do with this new player and new composition. So we'll see what happens here in this next matchup.
Initiating match.
Looking here at the scoreboard, again, things are looking really one-sided. The PA Blinks, again, on the first game of Flashpoint, coming away with all 3 points, and in control, they come away with both points. So the Respawn Rangers are really going to have to find the determination and the grit to come out of this hole that they've dug themselves. So let's see what they're able to do here.
Ready for battle.
So looks like the PA Blinks are going to stick with a familiar composition. So Chaotic is going to play Ana, NW on Echo, Yvonne playing Kiriko this time. Wick is not going to play Sigma, sticking with the Ramatra for this, and AZ is going to go ahead and play Genji. Some very solid gameplay coming from the PA Blinks. Meanwhile, the Respawn Rangers, so Rybone is going to start off with Soldier as opposed to the Bastion that we had seen. Yoshi, the sub, is going to start with Mercy. Jakey Wakey playing Reaper. Lil Big on Ramatra also, and Pressed Ham also on Ana. So we'll see what happens here. You see NW is kind of looking up top to see if there are any snipers, but nothing right away. And it looks like Pressed Ham is going to find NW, but is able to get away with the help of Chaotic here. And Jakey Wiki is able to take down AZ in the backline. Now I believe the PA Blinks are going to be well aware. However, I do hear Sleep go off from Chaotic. Chaotic is able to get away from the flank, and Jakey Wakey. Pressed Ham is able to take Chaotic down, however, finish Chaotic off. Jakey Wakey pushing in pretty far there against NW. NW is taken down by Lil Big. Jakey Wakey really pushing up against Yvonne. Able to take Yvonne down, fighting Wick, but decides to retreat. That's an interesting looking Ramatra, if you ask me. Is that the new skin? That's gotta be, right? Nope, that was just a glitch. Love to see that. Meanwhile, Lil Big was emoting for some reason, and is taken out pretty swiftly there by the PA Blinks. Jakey Wakey gonna go ahead, and see AZ is playing up top there as Genji. Yoshi battle mercying against AZ there. Lil Big coming back here. Yoshi does take quite a bit of damage, but is able to stay alive. AZ really pushing in, but unable to get away this time. Pressed Ham with the final blow there against AZ. And it looks like we are going to see Chaotic switch to Alari here. It looks like Jakey is going to get Nano, but unable to do anything here as NW is really pushing in. Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and get ult. Let's see if he's going to try and use it here. Looks like he's going to try and flank around. We do see ult coming from NW, able to get Rybone down. Lil Big does go down. I do hear a res, so Rybone does come back up. Wick and AZ are anti-ed, or they were temporarily. And Jakey Wakey is going to go in, able to get Yvonne, but goes down to NW. Yoshi is able to take down AZ. Wick really pushing here against, almost able to get Yoshi, but unable to do so. PA Blinks making a very strong hold here around this corner. Definitely, I think that substitution had a lot to play with how the Respawn Rangers pushed in and got the point so quickly, but now they're starting to set the pace for themselves. Lil Big is really pushing in there. NW does go down to Jakey Wakey, who's really pushing in there. Rybone able to assist there and take down Wick. And Lil Big using Annihilation, really pushing in, able to get Yvonne. Jakey Wakey and Pressed Ham And Yoshi able to take down Chaotic. AZ is really pushing or trying to retreat there, but Lil Big with his ability there, pushing against and taking down AZ. Jakey Wakey is going to teleport away from Wick and able to survive there. Jakey Wakey unaware that the pile... Oh! I think his ears must have been burning there. As soon as I said something, he took down the pylon. Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and TP. He does not have ult, but it looks like all of PA does. Let's see what they're going to do with it here. Another nano. Wick is going to go ahead and use Annihilation, if nothing else, as defense. Solid play there coming from PA Blinks. What a play. Yoshi is fighting off against AZ. And AZ does get Yoshi down. That is a team kill. Very well done. AZ still has his Dragon Blade, so we'll see how that incorporates here in the next fight. PA did use all of their ults except for Dragon Blade, so that could be a problem, but also looking at the Respawn Ranger side, they do only have Guardian Angel. So the ult economy, or the ult difference here, isn't as major as expected. Jakey Wakey playing up top here, trying to get some damage here. He gets pretty low, but not able to do anything. He does get Yvonne down. Lil Big does take down. AZ is slept while using Dragon Blade, antied and killed. That is quite unfortunate. Great play there by Prestam. Jakey Wakey pushing in really ambitiously with the help of Yoshi there, able to take down Wick. Well, I guess Yoshi was the one who took down Wick, technically. Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and try and ult back in their spawn, but with Immortality and NW on Bastion, they're able to stay alive. Lil Big is using his Annihilation, but it's not super effective, but is able to get down Wick and is able to take down NW plays with the help of Prestham. NW plays. Yoshi getting off the res and Prestham taking down Chaotic. Definitely with this substitution, the Respawn Rangers are looking like a completely different team.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining.
Initiating match.
I think overall the Respawn Rangers are able to play a little more aggressively with a little bit extra support coming from Yoshi. That healing beam is very efficient, and Mercy is able to provide that support that is going to give Respawn Rangers a little bit of breathing room as they're going into team fights, not necessarily expecting to die right away. And that's definitely not a slight on Cove by any means. That is definitely just a voice of opinion on how confidently the Respawn Rangers are playing now versus the last two games. You see Jakey Wakey hanging out here in this corner.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Looks like Lil Big is telling Jakey Wakey to fall back. Let's see what he's going to do here. Immediately going for some damage here on Wick. Is able to avoid the rock and stay alive. Chaotic is going to switch to Lucio here. I like that play. NW is also switching to Torb. Yvonne playing Lifeweaver. Wick back to his Sigma, which we saw a very dominating play. And AZ, who played such a phenomenal tracer against Vanwar Odyssey. Well, I like to see that here, getting some flanks and getting some dive here on the back line. Was able to do just that. NW does take down Jakey Wakey. Yoshi is able to take down AZ play. Rock going into Arisa while she's fortified, unable to knock her down there. We do see Chaotic really applying some pressure, but Yoshi and Prestham are able to take Chaotic down as he's flanking there in the back line. Rock goes in against the support. Very nice. AZ is able to take down Rybone with the help of Wick there. Applying some pressure, trying to ensure that the res does not come. But there is the res, and Rybone is alive. And Yvonne is going to go ahead and use Tree, but Jakey Wakey is going to get nanoed with the help of Lil Big and team. They're able to take down Wick. AZ is going to go ahead and use Bomb on Rybone. Looks like Chaotic and Prestham are fighting here in the back line. The anti, great pull from Yvonne, but unfortunately not enough. Looks like the PA Blanks are regrouping before they push in here. You see NW is going to go ahead and switch off the Torb and go back to the Echo. Jakey Wakey really pushing in there, using ult. Able to get Chaotic, able to get NW. Wick is able to absorb most of his health there, but Yoshi able to get the res. Lil Big does take AZ down. Wick is looking low, and Wick goes down. You see Rybone playing here in the high ground. Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and go low, try and get some damage. Does not get the rock off to get Jakey Wakey stunned and prevent the fade. Rybone is going to go ahead and use Visor here down low. PA Blanks are pushing back. They have got a minute here left to cap point. I think it's very doable. I think they just have to isolate who they want to isolate here. Jakey Wakey again flanking there. I want to see what's going through Jakey Wakey's mind here. Very locked in. Got some tunnel vision there on Wick. Lil Big is going to get able to get Rybone, but no one else with that. Watching for Yoshi with the Guardian Angel. Looks like NW is going to go ahead and fight that, but Yoshi does switch to Battle Mercy. Is able to take down NW. Lil Big is looking pretty low. Yoshi's going to go ahead and switch to Battle Mercy again. Jakey Wakey does go down. Lil Big does go down. It is just the supports stopping the res, and it is just Prestham and Rybone there. Rybone does go down to Wick as well, and Prestham does go down. That is a team kill and much needed at the last second. PA Blanks able to come away with the point. That is causing the Respawn Rangers to have to regroup and back up in order to stop the payload. Going to look through this tunnel here. You see Jakey Wakey is going to kind of push through the middle here. As you can see, Respawn Rangers do have Orisa ult there. Jakey Wakey is going to try and push him by himself, but is unable to do so. I think switching to Cassidy is going to be a really big play against Jakey Wakey's Reaper. Fortifying and using ult. Unable to get anything as AZ is able to take down Lil Big. AZ is playing exceptionally well here as Cassidy. Grab is used here. Absolutely great play coming from PA Blanks. I think once they figured out their composition here, they are able to counter what the Respawn Rangers have. Using the cleanse from Kiriko, so Chaotic playing Kiriko now. Using that cleanse is going to be huge, and using Cassidy's magnetic grenade to hopefully stop Jakey Wakey from pushing in so much and getting away with what he has been. Lil Big taking quite a bit of damage there from Wick, but pushing back. Chaotic does take Rybone, but is res right away. Another ult coming from AZ, unfortunately unable to do anything there. NW is going to really push in as Echo, playing as Reaper to try and get that ult off before dying, is unable to do so. Jakey Wakey is taking a lot of damage. Yoshi just playing up top. I don't think anyone is really trying to focus Yoshi, who's just kind of healing the team from up top there. Guardian Angel is popped. As I say that, I swear their ears must be burning. NW immediately goes to challenge, but Yoshi is able to take him down. Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and use ult. Jakey Wakey gets a 3K as Reaper there. And that is a team kill for the Respawn Rangers. See Jakey Wakey going up top there. Does not have ult, but just to apply a little bit of pressure here. NW going back to Torbjorn. And Jakey Wakey immediately goes down. Again, like I said, if you saw that back there, that grenade prevented him from getting away. That is a lot of damage coming from Little Big. Kitsune Rush is going to be used. Chaotic able to stay alive. Yoshi looking really low, but unfortunately with the help of Rybone and Yoshi supporting Lil Big, they will be unable to do anything. And the Respawn Rangers come away with the third game. So we do not have a 3-and-out, everyone, and I am ecstatic to hear that. So with that being said, we are going to continue to the fourth match after this play of the game.
Let the Kitsune guide you!
Alrighty, thank you for waiting, everyone, as we set up the fourth game of this matchup. As you can see, the Respawn Rangers were able to come away with their first victory here in this matchup, taking away a hybrid point there at Kings Row. So next up, we have got Escort at Watch Point Gibraltar. If you were watching in that last matchup there, or in that last game at Kings Row, you noticed that PA Blanks were trying out some different things as the substitution kind of threw everyone off, maybe a little bit. As you saw right at the beginning of that game, the Respawn Rangers came out very dominant, and as the PA Blanks were on offense, they were making some swaps there in order to kind of adjust to what the Respawn Rangers were doing. So let's see how that transitions into this next game mode here.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
So again here, looking at the scoreboard, a little more descriptive scoreboard. So looking at the first two matches, PA Blanks were able to somewhat roll the Respawn Rangers. So the Respawn Rangers need to do something. They substituted Yoshi in for Cove, and I think that worked out for them. So the PA Blanks are going to have to do some adjustments on their end to make sure that they can accommodate for that. And watching that Kings Row game, I definitely think they were making the adjustments that they needed to, but I think it was too little too late. So let's see if they're able to come away with it here in this next game, figure out what composition they want to run against the Respawn Rangers in order to secure this victory. Because again, if they win one more game, the match is over. So let's see what they can do here. Oh, that was weird. Apologize about that. So looking here, Chaotic is going to stick with Kiriko that we saw a lot in that last match. NW is going to go ahead and switch to Torb. Yvonne is playing Moira. Wick back on Sigma and Easy on Sojourn. Here you see Rybone sticking with Soldier. Yoshi on Mercy. Jakey playing Reaper. Lil Big now playing Zarya, and Prestham playing Ana. Lil Big is able to get a good pick there on Yvonne, taking down one of the supports. Really pushing in, able to get Easy down, but NW is able to take down Jakey, who is more than likely doing a flank. I wasn't watching what Jakey was doing. Yoshi trying to come over with the res. Is able to get it with the help of Lil Big's bubble. Very good play there. Able to take down the turret and get some healing. Much needed healing coming. You see Prestham is trying to take the high ground. Watching out for that Torb there up top. Able to get the sleep, taking down the turret. You see Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and push. Prestham is going to go ahead and take down NW there. Jakey Wakey really pushing in. AZ able to take down Yoshi, which is going to be a huge hit. Jakey Wakey goes down. Rybone goes down. Prestham is down. It is just Lil Big, who apparently also went down and I missed it, so I apologize for that.
Greetings.
Respawn Rangers grouping up here. Jakey Wakey is going up top. He runs out of his fade, however, unable to do anything there. Does get the sleep on Wick, gets antied on everyone, but the cleanse from Chaotic is massive. Does get hit with the grenade, and Prestham does go down, playing a little aggressive there, which is not, I would say, typical of Prestham there, but really trying to push them in off the high ground. Lil Big able to take down AZ. You do see NW is switched off of Torbjorn here. They are going to try and push the grab, but unable to come up away with anything. Jakey Wakey flanking in the back line, taking down the supports, able to get everyone down. You see Yvonne is looking pretty low, does go down. And does get swept again. Prestham up there on the high ground. No one's pushing point though. AZ able to take down both Rybone and Jakey. Lil Big does get hit with the grenade, but he is going back there for point. Prestham by himself rounding that corner, trying to keep the PA Blinks at a bay here. Alright, so the Respawn Rangers have a minute and some change to get to that first point, which they are right around the corner. You see Jakey Wakey's going to go ahead and go up top. He is almost to ult here. Lil Big is nanoed, really pushing in there. Chaotic able to get out. You see NW is using Visor here to try and push, but with Little Big up in his face, it's not going to do a whole lot. Rybone also popping Visor to really apply some pressure. Kitsune Rush also coming out. And they are anti. Chaotic is able to get a Little Big. Jakey does get NW down, is able to get Wick down as well, really pushing in. Yoshi able to get the res on Little Big. That'll be a great assist there, and they are able to push into the first point. Jakey Wakey really pushing. AZ up top. Jakey Wakey's going to go ahead and contest, but again with that magnetic grenade, he's going to prevent that fade. But Yoshi able to provide some support. NW's going to go ahead and switch off of Soldier going to May. Wick throwing the rock, able to get Jakey from behind. I don't think Jakey was aware that he was going to get rocked there. Anti does go in. Cleanse, however, is there to support. AZ clueless as Yoshi flies in to get the res. And Jakey is almost able to get AZ, really pushing in, really determined, but fading out. And Jakey's going to get the biotic grenade, or sorry, nano. Does get rocked again. Jakey really pushing into those rocks. Chaotic evading Lil Big's Zarya there. You see NW trying to stall point a little bit, getting chased down by Yoshi. No iceberg, but able to put the wall down and evade getting eliminated there. Solid shots there coming from Lil Big. Obviously from checkpoint 1 to checkpoint 2, it looked a lot better for the Respawn Rangers. AZ able to get Rybone down. Prestham does go down as well. Yoshi looking low. Chaotic able to get Yoshi. AZ plays getting pushed by Lil Big here. Jakey able to fade out. Looking really low. Lil Big does go down. Jakey, is he going to try and contest? No, but NW plays, seeks him out, finds him, and eliminates him. Looking here at PA Blink, so they've got Kitsune Rush, they do have Blizzard, and they have Gravitic Flux coming from Sigma or Wick. Meanwhile, the Respawn Rangers just have Guardian Angel, so let's see how they push into this next team fight. Jakey Wick can go ahead and flank on Chaotic there, causing Chaotic to teleport out, which is good to get the high ground away from them. See Rybone really playing back a little bit. Lil Big is pushing in, applying some good pressure, but unfortunately the rest of his team is not necessarily there other than the supports. Rybone does go down to Wick. And you see AZ is going to switch off and play Ashe now. And you do have Rybone's Visor, and he is nanoed, so let's see what happens here. With the help of Jakey Wakey, they're able to take Yvonne and Wick. It is just Chaotic there trying to stall, but Jakey Wakey does come in as Reaper to possibly finalize this first round in the fourth game here. Blizzard not able to come off as Prestham is able to get the sleep. Another amazing play. Prestham has been sleeping PA Blinks' alts. PA Blinks'? He's been sleeping their alts left and right tonight, and that is definitely worth a mention there. Some great playing from Prestham as Ana.
Initiating match.
So the Respawn Rangers were able to get all 3 checkpoints here, able to finish the map here. So with PA Blinks, they don't necessarily have anything to lose this match. Well, I shouldn't say that necessarily, but if they do lose this match, they still have another one ahead of them. However, if they win this one, again, it is match over. PA Blinks walking away with the victory here. So in order to do that, looks like they're going to be running Kiriko, Junkrat, Mercy, Sigma, and Bastion. Meanwhile, the Respawn Rangers are going to be playing Soldier, Moira, Reaper, Zarya, and Ana. So let's see what happens here. As you can see, Jakey Wakey already taken his flank point here. A little bit deeper maybe than he wanted. Oh, looks like he is going to go ahead and teleport to high ground. I do like that spot better for a flank as Reaper more than anything. Let's see what he's able to do here. Immediately, Jakey takes quite a bit of damage there. Trying to fade out, but is unable to do so. NW is able to take him down. Yoshi does switch off. I guess I was naming everyone off. Yoshi did switch off of Mercy here. So let's see if we're able to do that. Rybone goes down. Lil Big goes down. PA Blinks really dominating here. Pushing for this first checkpoint. Jakey Wakey is going to go ahead and flank again. I think without the mobility, I guess Moira is a very mobile character, but without the mobility and resurrection ability, I think Jakey Wakey is going to have to play a lot more reserve than he had been doing. Preseason going to try and push in there. Yoshi here with Lil Big. Lil Big switching to Arisa. Yoshi does go down, unfortunately. They are able to get Lil Big as well. So definitely a lot more time on the clock for PA Blinks as they complete that first checkpoint. Jakey Wakey up there on top, trying to push Chaotic, able to get some solid damage, but he's going to have to ultimately come back here. They are going to go ahead and try and seek him out. The whole team is there. He's going to fade. Jakey Wakey, I have noticed that when he's fading out, he always fades like up the main point, or up the main, I guess, stretch. So that's an interesting play by him. I'm not sure where else he could have necessarily gone in that instance, but definitely it's harder to get away when you're running away in front of their whole team. You see here, Yoshi's going to go ahead and switch to Bath. Rybone is switching to Bastion. AZ able to take down Jakey Wakey, prevent him from escaping here. And an ult from AZ comes. Able to get immortality, but nothing else, unfortunately, for him. Rybone is nanoed in the back line. Able to get quite a bit of damage, but unfortunately unable to get the support that he needed. NW goes down, Yvonne goes down, so without that Mercy, let's see what they're able to do. Lil Big really pushing against that Bastion. Not necessarily the greatest of choices. AZ able to take down Yoshi as well, and Jakey Wakey goes down also. Pressed him in the back line here, providing what support he can. AZ playing really aggressive with Bastion, and I really like to see that. Rybone off by himself, facing Chaotic, unable to do anything, unfortunately. AZ really pushing against Lil Big, and not able to escape. AZ is dominating with Bastion in this round. And Yoshi does go down. Jakey Wakey pushing there, trying to get Jakey Wakey pushing against Wick. 1v1 in the tank right there. Maybe not the best play without the support that he could have. And Wick is going to go ahead and go for pressed ham. Did not have sleep. Yoshi is going to go ahead and switch back to Mercy, which I think is going to prove very beneficial for this team. Lil Big is going to go ahead and just go in and ult. Does get Chaotic down, which will be big. Let's see if they can prevent the res. And the wall goes down. Jakey Wakey walls off his own team from preventing the res. NW able to get a double kill with his Rip Tire there. Prestham does take down Chaotic. Yoshi does get a little big res. Jakey Wakey goes down the back line. Yoshi does go down to AZ. Lil Big again facing off against Bastion. You see here Prestan is fighting in the back line. Does get nanoed by by Prestan, so Lil Big is there to contest. It is a good thing that the Iceberg or Ice Cube was available to Jakey Wakey. Does get cleansed and able to escape the blizzard. Jakey Wakey taking quite a bit of damage, about half health. Yoshi preventing death. But again, I spoke too soon. Chaotic able to take Jakey Wakey down. Prestam pushing there in the back line. Yoshi's going to use Guardian Angel. And AZ is able to take down Yoshi. AZ, again, such a dominant performance coming here. And Wick pushing with the rest of the team. Jakey is going to go ahead and fade in, but is immediately booped off and killed. And the PA Blinks have successfully completed the map with 3 minutes and some change left. So 2 minutes more than the Respawn Rangers. So we'll see what happens in these next rounds for overtime. Or I should say extra rounds rather. You know, as I'm thinking about these games here in my head, you know, the PA Blinks maybe were caught off guard by the substitution coming from the Respawn Rangers, but overall I think in their minds they're thinking, okay, you guys had your fun, you won a game, now it's really time to put this thing to rest. Again, dominating performance coming from AZ Plays, Wick, NW playing well, Chaotic playing very aggressive, and Yvonne of course doing an excellent job as Mercy, keeping the team alive, getting reses when they're needed. Overall there's not a lot that PA Blinks didn't do those when they were on offense there. They didn't do much wrong there. Meanwhile, Respawn Rangers have some improvement to do as the PA Blinks had a very dominating performance in that last round. So let's see what the Respawn Rangers are able to do here on offense now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Prestam taking quite a bit of damage down low. Switching off of Ana into Life Weaver. Lil Big is going to go ahead and switch off of Orisa and into Sigma. Putting that shield up there. You see Wick is sticking with his Sigma play. AZ is able to take down Jakey Wakey. Lil Big is trapped, but unable to be eliminated here. Preston Ham does go up top to try and apply some pressure, but unfortunately not enough. You see PA Blinks is really bunkering down up top there. Jakey Wakey pushing in again, but goes down to NW. That Junkrat honestly is proving to be more effective than when they were playing Cassidy. Yoshi able to get the res for Jakey Wakey. Jakey Wakey does go down again, unfortunately. Lil Big goes down as well. Prestam goes down. Guardian Angel is popped by Yoshi. Let's see if they are able to do anything with it.
10 seconds remaining.
Jakey Wakey going on high ground there, but unaware. There is 3 seconds left. And Riptire's going to go. Riptire clears the payload. Prestham able to touch along with Lil Big. Tree is put down. Kitsune rush to counter. Tree is eliminated. Rybone goes down. Prestham goes down. Lil Big goes down. It is just Jakey Wakey there on point. And he goes down as well. That is a team kill, and PA Blinks are able to prevent the Respawn Rangers from doing anything here this time on offense.
Score 3-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So as you can see, the payload there when the Respawn Rangers were pushing got 22.24 meters, barely starting the corner there, heading towards the first checkpoint. So definitely the Respawn Rangers are going to have to make some changes. I think that they have countered the Reaper play well enough, so we'll have to see what they do in order to make that necessary change. NW really dominating there. AZ able to keep the support around corners, especially when he's in his assault configuration there. So you see Lil Big is switching to Ramatra here. Yoshi sticking with Mercy. Prestham going back to Ana as opposed to Lifeweaver. Rybone going to go ahead and play Bastion, and Jakey Wakey is going to stay off of Reaper and play Mei. Meanwhile, Wick is sticking with his Sigma. AZ with Bastion. NW with Junkrat. Yvonne is going to keep playing Mercy and Chaotic on Kiriko. Definitely a very strong composition that the PA Blinks have. Let's see if it continues. The Respawn Rangers playing very aggressive there. Yvonne able to get the res off for NW. And Lil Big is trapped and eliminated. Rybone going down as well. The PA Blinks only have a little bit of... And that is all she wrote, everyone. The PA Blinks able to come away with the match.
Play of the game.
There it is with that Kitsune Rush. Bastion and the Kitsune Rush. Lethal. Well, anyhow, everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you especially to you who are watching. Appreciate you being here and enjoying the fun in the competition in the Overwatch Odyssey League. And also a thank you to the competitors. Although I know you can't hear me, hopefully you'll come back and watch the stream for some game film. So when you get to the end, don't skip over the part where I say you guys are all awesome and I appreciate all of you. So without further ado, I hope all of you have a great night, and I hope to see you for our next matchup on Wednesday with the first time appearance of the World's Worst, a new team we picked up over the Thanksgiving break. So there are going to be some bye weeks for some teams, but I'd like to see what the World's Worst are gonna do here in these upcoming weeks, finishing out the preseason. So the World's Worst, they are going to be playing HU Esports, and then on Friday at 8 p.m. we see the Vanware Odyssey facing up against Jade Dynasty. But again,